Thinking of visiting Venice? Well, this is what you need to know. We'll give all the best tips on how to get around, where to stay, what to see and do, and what to eat, to make your first trip stress-free. We'll make sure you're covered from the moment you land and advise on how best to stay connected during your trip. So let's get into it. Located in the northern part of Italy, close to the Alps, means that the weather can change a lot from season to season. In summer, temperatures are high during the day, around 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 27 degrees Celsius, and cool into the evening. Although the streets of Venice are quite narrow, providing perfect shade from the summer sun. In autumn, the weather is a little cooler with an average of 75 degrees Fahrenheit or 24 degrees Celsius, dropping in October to 59 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius. If traveling in early spring, then expect much cooler temperatures, around 53 degrees Fahrenheit or 12 degrees Celsius, rising to 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius closer to summer. And around 44 degrees Fahrenheit or 7 degrees Celsius in January. Making early autumn a great time to visit if you want to avoid the peak summer season. There are a number of ways you can get to visit the island. It's well connected. Although most will be flying into Marco Polo, its main international airport. We'll run through all the ways you can get into the city from the airport so you can decide what's best for you. Buses. Bus number 5 connects the airport to the city center. It stops several times en route, so the journey can take around 30 to 45 minutes. It costs around €8, $8.50 or £7.10. Although for the same price you can take the AVTO Blue bus, which will get you into the center in around 20 minutes and runs every 30 minutes. Alla Laguna, or water buses, also connect with the airport, and these can get you into the center for around €15, $16 or £13. They run all day with live schedules on their website. I'll leave a link in the description. Water taxi. Although renowned in Venice, these are the most expensive from the airport, and only worth it if traveling in a large group. They can hold a max of 10 passengers and is over €100, $106 or £87. Land taxi. This is the least expensive option than water taxis, but note, they won't be able to reach your hotel if staying in Venice. So would recommend bus or our final option. Airport transfer. This is highly recommended. Although slightly more expensive, it is by far the most comfortable. A chauffeur will be waiting for you at your terminal and will drive you to a pier where a water taxi will be able to take you to your hotel. Once in Venice, you should know that it's actually very small, so if staying in the center you won't need to worry about transport to get around. Although here's our rundown on all the options, so you're covered. A must-try has got to be a gondola ride. They can take you to places that are otherwise inaccessible. The official tariff for a 30-minute ride is €80, $85 or £71. Although we found that most will charge more than that. They can also sing or play an instrument at an extra charge. We would also recommend trying the traghetti or ferry, in Italian. These are large gondolas used by locals to cross the Grand Canal and costs only 50 cents. There are also water taxis dotted around, although these can be quite expensive. There are also water buses available, each serving different routes around the city, and are much cheaper. Although on the whole, there won't be much need for public transport here. Finding accommodation in Venice is easy, although finding some that are attractive and affordable is where it gets challenging. Our guide will help you find the right accommodation for you, including which areas to consider and accommodation type. For high-end options, we recommend a hotel on the island of Venice. On the island there are a number of neighborhoods you can consider. Our favorite is to stay in San Marco, as it will likely be the closest to the Piazzo San Marco. Although Venice is small and all the key attractions are close to each other. So don't discount Castello, Dorsogiro, San Polo or Cannaregio when searching for a hotel or an apartment. You can also consider Lido for cheaper accommodation options. This is a great option in the summer peak seasons, as the daily ride into the center on one of the water buses is enjoyable and offers great views coming into the center. Another good option is Mestre, which has a direct train into Venice's central railway station. There are also a number of serviced apartments available in Venice. These are a great option if traveling with family or staying for longer than a week. Venice's restaurants cater for two distinct groups, tourists and locals. The tourist restaurants can be found across all the tourist streets close to attractions and tend to charge a premium. We recommend that you stay away from these areas for food and venture into the quieter parts. So what should you try whilst here? Well, pasta and pizza can be found across all of Italy, and a better way to get a feel for the city would be to try its seafood. The fish and seafood found in this part of the Mediterranean are very good, with many local restaurants specializing in this. Other typical dishes include carpaccio and fish risotto, or risotto di pesce. If you don't fancy a sit-down meal, then street food is a great option. You won't be able to miss stalls selling various treats, so why not try out some street pizza on the go? A large slice costs around €5 and a whole pizza around €10. Renowned for its pastries, you'll be sure to see delicious options dotted throughout the many cafes and coffee shops. A key thing to note here is that many places may offer two different prices, one for the counter or to take away, banco, and one for use of a table, tavolo. In some cases prices can be up to 3 times more expensive when you sit at a table. Some of the most famous coffee shops are located in the Piazza San Marco, with the cheapest option being around €10. Cocktails. Venice's most famous cocktail is the spritz. This orange-colored drink, which usually includes a slice of orange or an olive. You'll be sure to see many enjoying this before lunch or dinner, so why not give it a try? If like us, you're used to having all the information available at the snap of a finger and need to be connected during your visit, and enjoy the convenience of having access to maps, and finding recommended places to eat or help communicate without having to rely on public Wi-Fi, then picking up a SIM card is a must. Although we wouldn't recommend buying a SIM card at the airport, we found these to have the worst deals. We would recommend the TIM SIM card, who offer great tourist options for around €20, and can be found across the city center. The Grand Canal, unmissable on your trip into the center and one of the most distinguishing aspects of Venice, it's the largest and most famous canal in Venice. It divides Venice into two and is around 4 kilometers long. You can cross it via one of the 4 bridges or water buses. If on foot, be sure to check out the Rialto Bridge, the oldest and most beautiful. If you cross this bridge you will find Rialto Market, offering fresh fruit, vegetables and fish from 9 a.m. to noon. Piazzo San Marco, housing St. Mark's Basilica and the Doge's Palace, this public square is a great place to soak up its history and culture. There's a lot to see here, including the Museo Carrere, which displays paintings, sculptures, antiques and navigation instruments that reflect Venetian culture. If visiting the museum, your ticket will also be valid at the National Archaeological Museum and National Library. They're all connected and can be visited one after another. Tickets cost around €25, $26 or £22. St. Mark's Basilica lays at the heart of Venice and is in the shape of a Latin cross and has 5 domes. Entrance to the cathedral is free, although there are parts that will require an entrance ticket, such as the treasury. Before visiting, make sure your clothes cover your shoulders and are knee-length, otherwise you might not be allowed in. Entrance to the sections are around €5. Right next door you'll see Doge's Palace, a fortified castle which you're allowed to visit. Here you can see the Doge's apartment, the courtyard, the institutional chambers, the armory and prisons. Entry is included in your museum ticket. Or why not check out the Campanile di San Marco, the tallest building in Venice offering amazing views. At the top you'll find a golden statue of Archangel Gabriel, and has 5 bells, each used for specific occasions. Tickets cost around €8. The square is a great place for the evenings, and comes to life when the sun goes down. Although be warned, it is forbidden to eat or drink in the piazza, and bars in the area aren't cheap, with the cheapest drink starting at around €10. With its stunning architecture, rich history, and relaxed lifestyle, Venice is a must-visit destination for any traveler. Whether you're seeking a romantic break or simply to soak up the rich history and culture, it has something for everyone. Thanks for checking out this video. If this was helpful, please give this video a like. And if you would like to hear more pro tips from our travels, then please make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon, so you receive notifications every time we post a new video.